Here you go, guys. Welcome back. My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. I want you to play with my ding-a-ling, 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 ding-a-ling. I want you to play with my ding-a-ling. Right-o. Or how do you do these? Right. Well then, welcome back, everybody. Maybe our first day. Bit of a slower, faster week, wasn't it? So it's been a bit slower. But we're here now. Oh, I didn't change the game. Oh well. People just single playing games, obviously. Oh, I really didn't feel very good at all. Alright, we still got loads of of reporting the honestly, is there any new any new like comments that come up? So sorry this happened to you. I pray for you to get better and live a good life. Been through the same with my ex. You're talking about inspired me to report. Currently waiting to hear something back from the police. As he's done an interview. Exactly, that's what you gotta do now. Let's have a look at this woman. She looks insane. She's like some kind of like goth girl, but she just looks like this is what we've done. You're giving women like tiny little bit of power, and this is just what they've done. They just like this. They just think they've all been R-worded, and they all just want to be victims. Everyone just wants to be a little victim. Thank you for sharing this means a lot. Just a heads up, you said your full name in the video. I don't know if it's public knowledge or not. I didn't know that. My heart just shattered for you when you said your case got dropped. What a fucked system. You are extremely elegant and intelligent, and I hope you go into a career which you will love and remain. Strong voice, my feminist. If my daughter was to... Oh god, that's just what I mean. It's all just goy bait. It's all just goy bait. What's goy bait? This is goy bait. It's just content for like women and just... We'll sit around and just like jerk each other off. You want to explain about that fucking go-kart? What go-kart? Oh shit.
We can make it if we circle around. Come on.
I think we could just jump up. No, we gotta do it my particular way. Oh, you little idiot.
These guys have camouflage.
Oh, you don't say. I'd rather fucking die, or is it? Nice. Oh, I mean, how lucky is that? How lucky was that? Close enough. Oh, come on. Can I just have a second, please?
Hey, are you trying to kill me?
Yes. No.
What the hell are you doing?
Uh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Break already.
It's so fucking bad, that gun, isn't it? Like, you think it would look own with it. Oh my goodness. Fucking asshole. Oh god. It can't just be infinite of them, is there?
I hate insects. Take care of them for me, would you? How about you open fire instead of your mouth? Hey, I'm the prince. You're the brawn.
Yeah, 6-5. Take this, buckhead!
Keep coming.
These guys just like Indians. Sorry? I don't think you would say that, Leon.
Mission accomplished.
Fucking insect hyped.
Come back in. It was probably like 2 hours or something in total of just very, very graphic questions, like disgusting questions. It was just
You
so
needed to, you
fucking
wanted to do it, you
humiliating to
know?
relive that.
What did you want? This is what I mean. It's like, I don't really understand like what she wants. She just wants it to just be, she goes in and she just says anything and they just believe it. She just goes in and says, this is what you've always got to try and think is like, you're hearing like her like example, like what happens. But God only knows like what actually she does kind of want it to have happened. She probably would have loved them. She just probably would have wanted them to just believe everything she says. Immediately just arrested him. And I'm just trying to think, like, if she had her way, just anything, if we just actually just let her have her own way, and this is what we're kind of doing with women, because they think of emotion. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to eat one of my things. She'd probably want him to go to prison for like life. That's what I'm saying. That's why like we don't let like some people have their way. It's just what we should want. Ruin this dude's life just because like there's just something that happened, which is just because the thing is, it's like these are the things that are annoying for me. It's so she basically has had sex with this guy before because she's in bed with him. So these are like the questions that are in my head when like she's speaking to the policeman. And I'm just gonna be like looking and being like, because this is the sort of problem she's got is that the sort of people that she probably these guys talk to, some of them will be reserved for like really serious cases, and then it's just they come in, she comes in and she's kind of got this story, and it's like okay, well, so far all you're going to tell me is a story. You don't have any evidence. So in court, it's just going to be your word versus his. Um, at the end of the day, you were in a relationship with him, so I suppose this is probably just more for grounds of like you just break up with him. This is probably just what it is. This is just more for grounds so you just break up with him. You just say to him, "Look, I'm sorry. There's obviously a boundary you've broken." But this is just another one of these things where it just feels. This is where it's like women aren't really like they don't want to really be like subordinate, or they don't really want to like be like in a partner, like in a relationship with a bloke. It's like they're always trying to compete with them, or they're always like on edge, paranoia and stuff. So it's just the fact that she's even doing this is just it's very just it's just very bizarre for me as well. Because I mean, just what does this say about like her other future like people? So I'm saying like her boyfriend Sim, if he's watching this, it's just what does that make you think about him? It's just like he's gonna probably have to like jump through all these like stupid like hoops and rules and just everything's all like really protected. It's just bullshit. It's just like men have given up on dating. So who wants this? Why do we have to like? Why is it like my granddad got to like marry like some woman who was like a virgin, stayed with him until he was like dead in his deathbed, and basically just put up with any shit that he did and or any like stupidity he did. She would just like stay with him for fucking pain. And then it's like cuts to 2026, and it's like the women we've got now is like Katie, who just goes to university and just thinks that and can't even navigate through university without getting raped. It's too hard for modern women to even do that. It's like the world wasn't really there seems to be that many issues going on in the world. I don't in modern times. It's just like for modern women, it's just to go to uni and you just get raped. You can't not get raped. And then they come out and they don't want to have children because they just want to go and become goy lords and just go and get jobs, and they all just end up getting jobs, and then they all just don't want to like they want to have a relationship with people who are their looks match bracket because they want a bloke who earns more money. But most guys don't want to date like women who are like necessarily working because they want women who are gonna have their kids. But women just don't want to do that because they don't want to settle down when they're like young. Because they want to go to university and get blown out by a Chad. It's just like back in like the Archie comic days. You know, the Jughead and Archie and all the other people who are like always lusting over the women. The difference between them and like all of like is that none of them would ever get to like sleep with them. That was always like the dream, but it's like that the only way that you should be able to do that is you have to like date. You'd have to be serious with one of the women, and you'd have to like marry them, and that might then you do it. But now it's like women are just, they've been taught it's just your sex isn't very valuable, so they always go out. They get railed by like Jerome. So if you're an African dude, if you're like in the Windrush generation, you're having the best life ever because you just get to live in like a white world. You get to fuck like more attractive women than your own type of women, and you get like given like loads of rewards and like like ceremonies and stuff just because you're black, and everyone wants to suck your cock just literally because you're black. And you're not like smart or anything. It's just literally just because you're black, and everyone loves you for it. Because apparently, like just because you're from Africa, it means you just deserve loads of stuff. You know, we're already given like $1 trillion to like Africa. It's good enough. You have to come here as well, and you need to be given like with everything. And you'll still say it's not good enough, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. We understand. We know it's not good enough. We'll endeavour to keep making sure you keep getting free stuff, and just making sure that people like me just consistently just don't have a voice. It's imperative. We need Indians and black people and brown people to tell us how to run our country. It's 10 supple. So it's like, what's the point? It's just this is the common thing that I think a lot of blokes are having. It's just like me being here by myself. I can just do whatever the fuck I want. I don't really care. I can sort of self-entertain myself. I think it's the women who struggle more because that's almost like the curse the women have. Because the curse the women have is like because essentially there is no real in the evolutionary scheme of life. I think this is true of just everything really, even in like animal kingdom. There is just your absolute goal and outcome is to have children. That's your absolute goal. Your only prerequisite is that you're supposed to be finding the best mate. And I think what women have just done is that they've just, because they are now entering the work market, they're basically like putting themselves higher up on their like, because all women are supposed to basically start at zero, because they're not meant to have money. It's like that's how like Fred Flint, Barney Rubble was meant, it was meant to be able to pull Betty was because Betty would have still probably just been like back because there's all set around in the 50s and 60s. So she would have just been like a bachelor woman, and then she would have met Barney, but like Barney would still be able to woo her, even though he doesn't like he's not like the most attractive guy, but he could still because he's got like status and uh, he's a suitor and she knows that he will probably be able to provide a house because he probably has a job and stuff. Do you see what I mean? So this is and it's like a bit easier because like again like, for Bay it's an upgrade because to get married means that she now has security from the man and he'll look after her. See, so it's like, but now it's just not that because the women go into the workplace and they're like earning like the really good jobs because of like DEI, and then there's also like the white replacement theory incentivizes. Because I don't think in any other sort of places you're going to find that. I bet if you go into Africa and you like see the very few jobs they have, all the government buildings, there's all going to be men in there. If you go to any like the Middle Eastern countries, all the big companies and stuff, it's all going to be men in there. It's only in the Western countries this happens. Maybe in Japan as well. I think even in China they don't do it. They just have like they have like these low tier jobs for like women, but just still like able for them to just make money. But it's not their role. They know that. They know that they know their roles to mainly have children. But they still want to have their roles, but their jobs would probably just be more like working in like factories and stuff, and just doing like more. Because women are very good at doing that. Women are very good at just like, sitting themselves down and just doing a job consistently. So you could just give a woman a list of things to do, and they'll just be really good at doing that. Men maybe not so much because they just want to kind of get a bit creative and do things like themselves. But women are just like good little goy lords. You just sort of like stick one in like a managerial role, and you just know she's gonna just do everything. She's gonna do all the meetings on time. She's always gonna be like consistent and just get really like aggy if she like if something goes wrong. And I've met women like that. They just like they go fucking schizo if you like something goes wrong in their little plan. Oh, this is goy lord. I mean, you'd think, how did I still fall for that? Do not shoot that barrel, dude. Nice. Hey, bug boy, get to the room. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm pleased to see you.
Took care of her request. Did ya? I can tell by the look on your face. Good stuff, stranger.
I don't think I've ever done that one.
What you buying?
That is that better?
Knife needs care every once in a while. Could be the difference between give that the care it deserves, mate. Pleasure doing business with you.
No point.
There's some things money can't buy.
I love that I really haven't even grown on money. I just keep consistently getting stuck on the same amount. I was like, dang, don't worry, I'm gonna save up loads of money for when I do. I just fuck it. I'll just do like the easy mode. You just get maybe less treasure, but if you could, it's easy. This is professional mode of stuff. I think you just get given like a fuck off my money for just doing the games. But no, this game is really good. I was just like, do I feel like because I'm gonna go into town, like the big town. So I might just see if there's any other new games I can just get. I would be really up for playing like Burning Blood. The only problem with Burning Blood is that I just really want to. Yeah, I want to go with DLC characters. I just can't. I don't want to pay for them. Fuck that. They would still be really expensive. Or even. Is that a giant one? No. That looks really big. Um. Pirate Warriors 4. That's really. I actually really like that game. It's just a stupid Mugen game, but. It is actually quite a really good fun. It's just a really fun game, just to like, you can play it mindlessly while you're just like doing stuff. With this, I'm still having to think a little bit.
to be asked questions, which I get that's their
Asked.
part, that's their job, but asking
Ask.
questions, you know, where it's like, obviously I don't know the answer to that, but then if I don't know the answer, it makes it feel like...
I love she just wants to be the victim of everything. She's a victim of all of it. She's just a victim of the rape, victim of the interrogation. It's just, this is just, like, we're bored, Kate. I mean, just people like me, we're just bored. We've given you too much. It like started off, like, when we first let women just have the ability to, like, report abuse. It opened up, I guess it was a bit like with the Jews, with like, the Holocaust. It was like we let them off, like, even when I was in the 90s, I was like, why? Suppose it happened like like 50 years ago, didn't it? Like, okay. I suppose there's probably still some old people impacted by it. And then it obviously got to like the 2000s, and I was just like, okay. I say 2010s, just like, okay. It's like 2020s, like, it's like 8 years ago. Like, is there anyone who's actually still? And then you get like some Jewish people who are still like, yeah, well, I'm traumatized because my great granddad was there. It's like, okay, who cares? You're not like personally affected by it. Say the same about my granddad, great granddad who died in like World War II. Like, say the same
Why
thing.
working with my better health therapist is so important for both my mental and emotional support during this.
Don't know.
I don't think there's going to be many survivors anymore from the actual Holocaust.
Like this. You don't know us. I told you.
Like, you'd have to be like 82. If you were born in there, you'd be 82.
Los Iluminados. I was working for them.
So potentially, yeah, I guess, yeah, you could. So you'd have to be like in your 90s now.
But still,
So I don't doubt there
I
isn't.
don't want anyone else to get hurt.
If you're just like of conscious age.
Better get serious.
Maybe if you're like you were in there as a baby, but you just wouldn't really know what's going on. Like, saying like anything of like age where you could remember what's happening.
We're out of that hell. Fresh air is calling our names. For freedom. Gus, we made it all this way. You know it means we're almost... Almost what? Luis!
Dude.
Long time no see, rookie. What the hell? Why? Recovering stolen goods. And killing a few rats along the way.
This guy's badass.
Easy work. Ashley, it was you. Catch him quick. Didn't I teach you? Knives are faster. Not good. We are just getting started, rookie. Are you being controlled by that cult? This has nothing to do with them. I'm a free man who made a choice. Too slow. Major, you're not thinking. My mind's clearer than it's ever been. Now focus and show me what you got.
Oh, you little bastard.
Soldiers like you. Why would you work for these freaks? Why?
Oh, I fucked him in the head. Time to go to bed, Krauser. Time to go to bed, Krauser.
Krauser.
Take this, you little shit.
Enough play, rookie. You haven't changed a damn bit. What a disappointment.
Poor Lewis.
Not looking good, eh, my friend? And such a loss to the ladies of the world. Don't talk. Take this. The key to my laboratory. Go there and remove those damn parasites. Help Ashley.
So badass, dude. I light your last cigarette before you die.
You know, I led a pretty shitty life. But now, eh? What do you think, Leon? People can change, right?
I don't know, I think that's really kind of funny. That was actually quite easy crowd to fight, to be fair. I was surprisingly easy. I think I remember dying on the back at the original. Um, which is funny because like Hunk was really difficult. The insanity mode was really difficult in that new game. They did a really good job of making it really hard. It probably feels a bit harder than this. Or does it? Oh, it's hard to say again. My name wasn't Don Quixote.
You won't get away with this, Krauser.
Lewis was on such a showboat. Also, what a horrible way he's to die as well. Like, not he has to like die. His body's just gonna be left there now. His body's just gonna be left there. Damn! Look at all the shit as well. Look at all this stuff. Ah!
The answer, it makes it feel like they literally said to me at one point, why didn't you leave? Which I actually understand why they have to ask this, because they know that the defense is going to use that against me, right?
Yes.
So I said, well, I didn't know, first of all, that it was as bad as it was because I had been so conditioned to be.
This is what I'm saying. What does that mean? I didn't know it was so bad because I was conditioned. But then if I can just retroactively do that about anything, I can just say anything about anything ever.
Leon, there's only time to say this once, so listen up.
So listen
Your
up.
friend to
The
the
dog go
top
fast up with the clock tower.
Hurry.
Hurry.
Might get there
Before she turns into one of them.
After all, I guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should.
In this relationship.
So that's not my nagging ex. Where's remains photo? Did it say? Okay. What happened to that Mexican dude with you?
What you buy?
Oh, he got fucked. Oh, you don't say. Oh, you don't say.
Hard times, mate. Welcome.
Say, oh, you don't say.
Easy work. A deal well struck.
See if I sell it again. How much will I
Your
get?
valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
So look, like about half a mil. Yeah, look, if I sell everything, I'll be about half.
Anything else, I come back anytime.
Then I could get the infinite roll.
I didn't understand what was
Didn't
happening to me.
understand.
And this is something people say to me all the time when I speak about being. They're like, how did you not know? I knew that I felt uncomfortable. I knew that I didn't like it, and I knew that the day after, like the night, like the morning after, I would be very distant. And like, for example, I used to sleep in the nude sometimes, and then I started to be like, okay, maybe he's doing it because I'm sleeping.
It's just the weirdest thing. I wonder if she would care if he was like really fucking good looking. I don't know how good looking he was, but I just wonder if he was like, LeBron James. That's not who I think's attractive. It's just who KU thinks attractive. She's been like suckered into thinking. This is like what the Jewish people laugh at. They see like white women sucking LeBron James's cock, and they think it's like really funny. They're like, I can't believe we convinced these women to do this. And I know, it's crazy because they just think it's a game. I'm like, it's fucked, isn't it? You know that's why he's always got the biggest grin on his face. Even he knows it doesn't make sense. Even though even he's like, I don't understand why I'm getting so much money for this. In Africa, I'd have to like go and like hunt boar, but for some reason I just get paid loads of money to throw a ball and hoop. Shoot him.
You are nothing, if not unyielding, Mr. Kennedy. However, I'm afraid it ends here. Expel this intruder! Shit.
Blew his head like a melon. Popped his massive head. Well, that is tickety boo.
I will be using the Magnum a lot more on this. Just like a big shitty
being
girl.
naked and he thinks that that's an invitation. Or like even in my underwear, I used to sleep in my underwear. I'd be like, maybe he thinks.
This is what I'm telling you. This is why like these abused women, like hey, like anal Irish, they always wear like big box clothes. It's like a sign they've been abused. Because they date Chads, and Chad was usually like some black guy, like LeBron James, who's like he can just treat women like garbage because he gets it. So like women like her, okay, are like lambs to slaughter. He's like, oh, let me look at, let me, you can rub my mustache. He's not a mustache. You can rub my neck chin. He'll do some really horrible things to her. But like, hey, well, he's rich, so he has to be really good. He must know what he's doing. Kay's dad will be like oil lord as well. I remember that they removed it. They didn't. They got rid of the bit where he chases you. 'Cause they thought that was just too stupid. But they like kept the figurine. Look at these fire effects, bro. Oh, I know what you're doing. Whoa. What an idiot. No. No. I can't believe it. I can't. How do I stop it?
You really know how to make someone feel welcome.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. How about a little bit of your own payback, dude? Oh god. Oh.
Because I'm wearing under, or like I would sometimes like, because he would sit on his PC in the night,
Sit on his
so I would
penis.
lie on the bed, and like I like to spread out on the bed, so like I'd be like lying on my front, and I think maybe he just would look at me and think that I was going to sit like that on purpose. I don't know. I'd make all of these.
So fucking ridiculous. The policemen were just looking at each other like, oh, what is this? Can't believe we guys used to have real jobs. Now look at us. Gory lords. Extravagant cog. Can't believe we used to have like actual real jobs. Now look at us. Bunch of gory lords.
Lift. How thoughtful.
No. Oh, did I fuck him up or not?
No. Why? Why? Uh. That was actually quite funny, isn't it? Oh my god. No way. So I remember this bit being absolutely miserable. I do. Fine.
It's my issue. It's my fault. You know, I desperately in the relationship tried to convince myself that it wasn't his doing, because what does it mean when you have to sit there and say that your own boyfriend is doing that to you? You know. So that was my answer. Why did you say so? Because I didn't know. I didn't know what was. I didn't know this was so terrible. It took being in a healthy relationship, having friends around me to say, Katie, you know, I'll never forget. I have a very close friend. His name is Matt, and I'll never forget. We were in uni once.
Good old Matt.
My
Bet
partner
good
on
old, probably like gay Matt. Good old gay Matt. And this is why the gays is again, they're just ruining it because they're just like tell gays. It's like, oh yeah, just. You should. I bet he's got a nice rich family as well. Get your back, Queen. Yo, you could definitely sue all. This is why again, like her family, like watching everything, because they just know like people like you, just like what you want to do. You've been like told by your Jewish lawyer things to go and just like try and ruin everyone's life. Go out there and have casual sex, and then just call people rapists and just sue them for this money. Completely like ruin the. Can I actually go back? I don't see why not. Okay, I got an idea. Brilliant. Just help me out.
And this guy had said to me, you know, I told him about these things casually as if they were normal, and this guy I was talking to was like, that's really weird. And I was like, is it?
Who is this guy?
I thought that's what happens in relationships.
Who is this guy though?
And he was like, no, that's
Who is this guy? Like, probably some gay boy. Because like Andrew Wilson, it happens and it's fine. And I think other people it's okay. I think it's just you who's got some strange like raw because it's probably just more like you just were annoyed. You just wanted to take power. You probably just had an argument the night before because it's just I don't know. I just think women aren't that traumatized as much as sex they to make out. I think they just lie. I really do. I think they do. I think men are starting to give up and we don't care. We just don't care anymore. Go on. What are you going to do, Katie? Call us mega incels. Oh god. Please don't call me a mega incel. Still not dead. Oh, for fuck's sake. Some like cunt who's just always got a perfect accuracy. I can't believe it. You absolute fucking idiot. I messed up. It, oh god. Oh god.
You really know how to make someone feel welcome.
How did he survive? I was just nuts. I was like, how the fuck did that guy survive? Fucked up. Okay. How did he get through? No, how did he get through? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm out.
Just hit the crush wall. Okay. Mental. That's hard.
That's like, and then he used the R word, and I kind of just sat there and was like, I was just thinking about it, and I went away and I thought about it, and I was thinking about it for days, and I had this huge mental breakdown, and I texted my mum, and I didn't say who I was talking about, but I said, does this classify as assault? Do you think this is SA? Do you think this is rape? She was like, yeah, that's rape. She was like, why? Who are you talking about? And I was like, you know, it's like this realization that, oh, okay, so there.
Okay. Okay, the victim. Just wish there was something. Maybe it would help. I wish people would just be a bit more sensitive to stuff like this, because this is horrible. It's probably the worst thing that ever happened to her. Easy. Lethal victims. Remember Pokemon said that. Never ever ask questions. Where is it? Whoa. Is it this? No. Dunno.
There was a reason I felt uncomfortable. There was a reason why I tried to express that I didn't like it. So I sat again with
Oh, good.
in a canteen in my uni, and I said to him, I need a guy's perspective. We'd been friends for a couple of years. The nicest guy ever, the nicest friend ever. Genuinely, just such a great guy. And I said, I know this is going to be uncomfortable, but I need an opinion. I said, what do you think of this? Do you think this is, like, would you classify this as assault, you know? And he just looked at me. He was like, he was a vegan, right?
He's a vegan.
But he was eating his little vegan bar.
Eating his little vegan, but I told you definitely 100% go. Okay, Lord. You better get rid of that straight white male. You know they're all the biggest rapists. Not like me. You should gang up with us and we can take down Whitey. Together we can take down the white man.
Sorry, let's take it.
You idiot, why did you use that? I don't know what to do. What's there?
He's like, stop eating. And he was like,
Covernosus.
yeah, that's very weird. And he was like, basically, is that what has happened to you? Bear in mind, at this point, he had dropped out. So Dave, you know, my ex Dave, had dropped out because people started to notice how he.
This is what I'm trying to say. Don't look at this as Dave being like this almighty evil person. I don't think Dave is. I'll abide with Dave, but I'm gonna, you know what I think? Believe all victims. This is what I think. Just you should always do the opposite of what women say. So Pokemon says believe all victims. I say no. Believe all believe. Women are literally just like they are like the devil. They just say chaos. They want chaos. So don't believe Dave, whoever you are. I know you're not going to listen to me, and you don't know, but if you do, reach out to me. I would love to like know your side, and I will believe you. Because I think because you're a man, I actually do believe you. I understand that men do just generally tell the truth more because they are conditioned to. They get punished by the law. Kay doesn't. Kay can just sit here and just talk about anything she likes. She could just say, she could just be like, I want to kill these people, and this person, and loads of people love her, and all the Indians would love her, and all the black people would love her. If I even like made a joke about that, I'd go to prison. They throw the key away, easy. Kay can just say whatever she wants. She can just be like, tee. Just can't do it, can you? Just can't fucking do it. I can't do it. Come on.
Was treating me. He had a few episodes towards me at uni where people saw.
Oh.
Started to suss the skies.
Yeah, probably because again, this is what women do. They just play victim, and what actually is Kay's like emotionally ruining this dude's life behind the scenes, and Kay's just gonna like hang out with her like little posse, be like all cute and like all tee-hee, and this guy probably is gonna be annoyed because like she's just going around like probably spreading like rumors that he's a rapist, and like she's got a massive grin on her face because she knows like I'm right, even though this is just whatever. But it's just like this is what I'm saying. Like in her head, she's just got no sympathy. She's showing no remorse at all. What she's saying, she just knows it's all brilliant. She's got her like nice channel here. She's making like a nice little Bunsen burner, a little nice little earner, just doing this, just making these little like, goy little videos, and she just ruins some dude. She doesn't care about that guy. She does not care. She in her brain, she's dehumanized that man. As far as this Dave guy is, he might have just made. And remember, he's young as well. But he's not allowed to make mistakes. Kay's allowed to make mistakes. Kay's allowed to make mistakes and admit that she's too young to have been in this situation, but he's not allowed to have been too young for being and doing this mistake. See what I mean? It's the dichotomy that we have here. Women are like equal, but they're not. Technically, they should both be allowed to like be making the same mistakes, but no, 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 no. Kay's admitting that he's obviously smart and deserves to be punished more because obviously, why would she be getting so angry about it? Because presumably they're the same age, right? So again, it just trying to make this make sense to me. I'm just trying to say, like, again, if I'm this is why I didn't go into court, Kay, because I'm not a lawyer by any means, but I'm just saying these are the sort of like the questions the lawyer will throw to you that will just kind of dirty it up, and they all the judge and the jury and the jury are going to be like, because it is a very good point. Why are we only allowed the women like, to make these like big mistakes? And if women get caught up in these scandals, it's always the one thing they'll say is, "Well, I was only like X years old, so I didn't know." But if a man does it, it doesn't matter. For women, men dying in World War II at the age of 16 is really good. They don't mind that. They have no problem with it. They actually think it's cool that like men, boys, basically, they are basically boys. Boys went and died, and like for Germany because they just wanted to fight for their country. Kay has no problem with that. She thinks that they're probably developed enough to do that. But Kay being like 18 or 19, or however old she was at uni, and having one moment in their relationship where they were together because they were together and Kay was voluntarily sleeping in his bed, which is a lawyer that already does. It just gives you a lot of leeway, I think. If you're sleeping in someone's bed and then they try to have sex with you and you want to call that rape, that's going to be a really difficult one for you to argue. You can try. Okay, you can try. And this is the difference. You can do your social opinion, but I think people are starting to learn now that they don't care because a lot of men just don't have a good social opinion. If you look like me, you just got white skin, you just already are. You're basically like a black guy in the 1950s. People like me, we're just like naturally sin, so we might as well just be like the black guys and just like go around, just play up to it. Who cares? What are you gonna do? You might as well actually just send us to court. This is what you want to do? Just put everyone in prison. So just do it. If it was up to Cage, she'd probably put me in prison just for making this video. Even though I haven't hurt anyone, and this video has like no one watched it. If she just knew it existed in her little brain, she would say like, "I deserve to go to prison," and like I deserve to like never see my kids again. If I could be euthanized, she'd think I should probably get euthanized, just because I'm white and I have the gall to say that, because this is why women haven't been given the ability to have like be leaders and like for very long. Like in the grand scheme of life, they haven't. And there's no matriarchal like civilizations because they just can't exist. Because the women just would go at the top and they'd probably just be like, super hedonistic and they'd probably just be on their periods and start a war with like some nation who's like run by a man, and the man would just easily destroy them because the woman would just probably like keep just sending armies in, and because she's like acting on emotions, she's like a little child and tantrums. Keep sending the battalions in, keep sending the battalions in, and the male generals would be like, don't you dare answer back to me. That's it. Execute him. Execute anyone who answers back to me. Just keep sending, and they just keep doing it, and this is what happened. And then the army would just get destroyed, and they just get taken over. But because she's a woman, she's just clouded by emotions, so she's not able to like make good judgments. That's why Jewish people want them to be in a good, like, higher positions to just like ruin man, because they know it. And if you go to Israel, all of their like top businesses, top organizations, will just have men at the top. Only in Western nations that they are allowed to like, because all the Israeli women will just be brainwashed, it's funny I say brainwashed, but just taught that they need to repopulate the Jewish population. So they need to like, come on, get like 10 kids out, come on. Jewish kids, you only 16 million of you. Come on, squeeze them out. Squeeze them out. That's what we should be doing as well, but they're not. It's got Katie on here telling us that she's been raped. It's probably those of Israeli women who'd love to like have that happen to them. Any chance they can have to have some more like Israeli kids, there's some Jewish kids. But they come here and it's a Jewish lawyer, like, oh heck, oi they, no, this is definitely not, this is definitely sexual harassment. Oh, you fucked it.
And they started to drop him, right? So he dropped out and he moved to London. And so Matt already didn't like him. Matt was one of the people who already didn't like him, but he...
Gay man, Matt. I'd love to be able to meet this gay man. I'll just see the picture. Because this is what I think is always really funny. It's like, when you're at uni, it is still a bit like high school. And it's like, you still have these little cliques and stuff. And it's just, I think then when you come out of university and you become like an adult and like you're in like your mid-20s or your 30s, and it's just all this sort of shit just is like really lame. So it's like, actually, yeah, I'd love to like see your gay mate Matt. I'd love to like see what he's up to now. I'd love to be able to see like what kind of person he really is now. I'd really love that, you know. 'Cause it's all, you get all this like piss and vinegar when you get all these like lame wards who are just in like university, and they're just like, you got like the cool, the sassy gay guy who's friends with all like all the women. You got like the finding himself black dude. And it's like, oh, it's all great when you're kind of in the world, isn't it? And you're just in uni, but let's see how you are for kind of like in your late 20s, like 10 years after you've had that the wind taken out of your sails. You have to experience life and actually realize what it's like. Probably find out they're not going to be the same kind of people. It's just Katie didn't realize that, yeah, the advice that she actually took from this like Matt guy is probably, he's not like, he's probably if you actually speak to him, he's probably not very like, he's been embarrassed by his junior life, like a lot of kids, like men are, I think. They're not like the same people they were at uni, and they probably will just admit to you like, oh yeah, Katie, I mean, I was like, God, I don't even remember I was on that ketamine binge. She's like, you were? Yeah, did you not know? Why do you think I was just talking to you at like 3 in the morning in the middle of the night? Oh, I thought you were. Didn't you say you were vegan? Oh, I was only being vegan because, yeah, I was taking like so much cat. It was like, they just advised me just to only eat vegetables. This is the sort of shit that I've always heard. They like go to uni and they all like prop each other up, thinking that like, there's some social justice heroes, woke brigades, and they're not. They're all just a bunch of like 18, 19-year-olds who've got no wisdom, no life experience, and they've just been fed shit from the media and just like stuff they get shown on like TV and the internet. And it's like that. Like, I just think about the shit that I was like thinking about when I was in that age. You just, as soon as you grow out of it and you have spent like about 10 years working, and you realize all your uni life just completely like is nothing. It's just distant memory. I don't like fondly remember any like people from my university really. I don't think many people do. I think it's just a fad. I doubt like even my old friends I don't really, ironically don't hang out with, because it's just what happens. You grow up and you have a family and your priorities change. This is what people like women like Katie don't get. They just, because they don't have kids, they're just stuck in this perpetual youth. They just want to hang out with their mates all the time. You just want to relive the high, just, and that's why I almost call it. You're not growing up. You just live very hedonistically. Like, you're in your mid-20s. Like, what are you doing? You're just talking about this moment when you got your boyfriend had sex with you without your permission. And I think that's just basically it, isn't it, Kay? It's like you've been brainwashed into, if your boyfriend wants you to do something which is without you giving full consent, that you've got a problem with it. Because you don't want to submit, do you? That's your problem. You just don't want to submit. You just want to live in a society where you have to have control. But you know what doesn't work in life? It's like, you can't have people who don't submit. It's like you can't have a boss who has like a business and he's just got like unruly like team members. You have to have like people who submit. Oh my god, this is bollocks. Okay, I could be right. I could be right.
That was weird. That'll be so loud. And how much would it hurt to get shot with a bullet in the head? No. 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 It's not fair. It's not fair. It's just not fair. I actually think I remember that happening. There was something so sinister about that bit. I had this real like something in my stomach when I saw that bit. I was like, oh, I hate this bit.
Yeah, he just said again, it was another voice, the third voice telling me that's not normal, right? And that's what brought me to realise I had been through stuff. Talking to people is what made me realise, you know, if I hadn't have ever spoken about it to anybody, I would still be internalising all of that, telling myself that's just normal. That's why I believe.
Alright, that's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. I mean, the game just knows. It starts getting into yeah, okay. It feels like the game just knows. Which I got the wrong with.
Lift. How thoughtful.
Well, I don't know where the guy is with the bolts. Oh, wait, why? They're like fucking impossible aim. Hate it. Hate this so much. I love it.
Talking about is so vital for victims, for other victims to realise. Because, you know, some people don't have friends to talk to, some people don't have family to talk to. How are they ever going to realise that what they're going through isn't normal? If you've had a car on...
Yeah, I know. I'm sure talking to Matt, whoever, the vegan, was so good. Well, what wisdom, Kay, did he know in his 19 years of life? Nothing. He didn't speak to anyone of any clarity. He spoke to that, and he spoke to your mum. Oh, I don't know. I'm surprised your mum gave you advice. You might just be lying, that's the other thing. I don't know. Could just be lying.
You could be owed...
That's what I think. Every time I speak to hear a woman talk, I'm just like, she's just lying. She's just lying. It's always like Indians and black people which back you up. I'm not scared of Indian black people. You know? I'm not scared of them. What are you gonna do, Kay? Gonna thumb my eyes out. The Indians gonna thumb my eyes out, are they? The black people might, but they're not normally that scary when they're by themselves. Gonna thumb my eyes out, Kay. I bet you'd love that. Indian guy, thumb my eyes out. That would show me, wouldn't it? Anything for you, my fat queen. Yeah, where is that guy? I forgot. Where is that guy? Oh shit. I didn't do it! No, no, no! No!
Need to drop some weight.
There's gonna be some fucker shooting with bolts and stuff. Yeah. Where's that fucker with the bolts? Where the fuck is that fucker with the bolts? Don't take a risk. Don't take a fucking risk. Fuck this.
That son of a bitch.
That's what should have happened last time. What's up there?
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. All my wares are in tip-top. Better to be over. Welcome. I don't walk off. Back any time. Welcome. Wielded. What can I do you for? Thank you. Don't.
Okay.
Welcome. A deal well struck. Good luck to you, stranger. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's the way to be. Will that be all then?
No.
Any time.
Fine.
Need to talk to. How are they ever going to realise that what they're going through isn't normal? Anyway, I'll complete
Jesus.
VRI. I complete this VRI, and I go outside. My partner and my mum were sat outside in the car waiting for me. Which, again, so extremely grateful.
Can't believe Katie got overloaded.
And then they're like, okay, this is going to be a long process. That was the first big thing done. They then had to transfer it over to Merseyside Police. That takes God knows how long. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, months even. And then get contact from Merseyside Police to tell me, right, we've received it, we're going through it, we need information. So then it was up to me to go through and find any evidence. The most frustrating thing that I'll always beat myself up over is...
One of her Indian fans has
where
commented.
it started to get heated, me and Dave.
You're honestly such a good person. I have so much respect for you. Your videos are so down to earth. It makes sense. Even when tackling big topics, you handle it with such grace.
Does she handle it with such grace? She doesn't seem to laugh a lot. I never hear Katie laugh very much. She doesn't. Would I say Katie's a happy person? No. So I don't think she's winning in life. That's my thing. People who do all this aren't happy. I guess I don't. I do. You want to know? I get off on it. I like watch this back, and I think it's really funny. I know that sounds really weird, but I do. You just can't explain like the levels of insanity, the levels of fun I have. Levels of narcissism so insane. This is the problem with the government, Reed. It was really funny, little sidestep story, but again, this just tells you, because even I knew this guy was fucked. But when like my friends were at uni, they went to somewhere in London, and what was it called? Like, I think I remember. It was called Ravensbourne. That was actually what the place was called they went to.
and they were just absolute like dropouts. They knew like going into uni they were never gonna like actually do the course. They just did it because they just wanted to like have like a couple years where they're just gonna spend money on drugs, just be like absolute idiots. Um, so they just like went and the point of like their place was that you were supposed to have a job in the day, and then like and then at night you would then have to do the lessons. So it was for people who were like really serious, but they weren't at all. So they just spent their day just like getting like fucking high as hell, and then they just didn't turn up to their lessons. But it's uni, they didn't give a fuck. At uni, because it's all a scam. It's just a massive racket. No one gives a fuck. The Indians worked out. The Indians just worked out. You could just like lie, just say you have a degree somewhere, and the people just believe you. I learned that quite. I never used it to anything of like any major amount, but I think I did lie a little bit in something. I just remember I was so like we have so much shame about it, but Indians don't have the shame. So if you go, like, if you'd hear like an Indian man like lie really obviously and get his job at like Microsoft, and he'll just go on like his Indian channel and he'll just be like, "This is how you lie in Microsoft," and they don't care about it. They just think it's their geniuses. They see themselves as being geniuses for lying. They say think you're stupid that you fell for a lie. Because if you're an Indian, if you talk to someone who you think's more powerful than you, you kiss their ass. But if you speak to someone who's like more like you think's lower down than them, you treat them like shit. That's how they work. Um, and they had this like dude who was like this fucking Irish guy who was just again a massive druggie. So these are just not very nice, good people. I don't know why you want to take any pearls of wisdom from anyone from university. There was I understand now why people were like a bit like um just when you are like a kid at that age, like people just, especially at work and society, they don't give you any, they don't care about you because they just think, they just know you're just like someone who's just come out of uni, and that's the attitude you have. You've come out of uni, you just think you know everything, and I get it. It's like, I suppose I should probably like look at Kate and like empathize, but I get it. I understand that this is that sort of thing. You just have people at her who come out of uni, they think they know everything, they think that they're the smartest people in the world, but they have no life experience. And that's why I think it's not really until you're in your 30s that you can kind of really judge someone because they've had a career with that, but they've had like a long. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm a child. I'm still like doing it." Blah blah blah. No, no, no. You're actually like 30. You're in your 30s now. Like, what have you done with your life? It's time to pay the piper, isn't it? Oh, here you go. That makes sense. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, 2 sprays. I should probably be right.
Right, we had an argument, and towards the end of the relationship, I started to record things because the gaslighting was so terrible that I needed evidence to be like, no, 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 that's not what happened. So I happened to have recorded this one conversation. We then got into an argument about, and I think it was, if I can remember correctly, it was around me kind of saying, you only ever want to do anything with me when it's you waking me up in my sleep in the middle of the night or at 3 in the morning or even 4 or 5 in the morning, despite the fact that I'm asleep, and that's it. That's all you ever want to do.
Why did you bet? Why are you with this guy? What interests did he have beforehand, Katie? That like, what made you want and what made him? The question I think you need to ask, like the lawyer would ask, like, what allowed him to like, let you have intercourse with him to begin with? He obviously had something. Because this is the thing that this is what we're starting to know. Why is it that your sex is so uncherished that you're happy to just give it to someone who, paradoxically, that you are now complaining has taken it from you forcibly? It's like a paradox. It's like either your sex means a lot or it doesn't. Maybe if your husband did that, potentially.
And so, I have delivered the pearl to you as promised. Do tell our Lord to not forget the loyalty of his servant, Ramon. Ashley! Such a fool, Mr. Kennedy. You have been bestowed with Lord Sattler's... You talk too much. Failed! You vulgar, utterly uncivilized mongrel!
Can't have been that easy.
Allow me to show you power I've been granted by my master. The power of God. The stage is set for the final act.
This is not going to be fun.
You are nothing. So don't get too carried away. You'll be just seeing this over. Leave me out of your crappy script.
I remember this being quite difficult. Oh god. See what I mean? Fuck. Oh, what? Oh, shit, I forgot about this. Oh, bastard.
Watch your language, my lord. What would others think of you?
Oh, you bastard. Oh, you know. Damn it. Why did I do that? Lose magnum bullets. Oh my god. What?
And I said, it makes me feel used, it's uncomfortable, and it's not enjoyable for me. And, like, quite frankly, I just think it's a little bit weird. It's just weird that that's the only time you want to do it. And he said, that's when he said, if you ever tell anyone that I'm a rapist, I will kill myself. I will literally kill myself. And I had that.
Wait, let me think. Not really, just keep going, I guess. I mean, it's going to be quite surprised if it was going to be my first go.
On a call. And I said, I'm not saying that. I haven't called you that. And then I had to reel it back in and say, okay, that's not what I'm saying, because I then...
Okay, you go, guilt trips.
Get me out of here, traffic strict.
Play with my balls.
Watch your language, my lord. Oh, others.
Oh, really? How did that hit me?
my lord.
Take this eyeball. No. Okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. That was a nice little bit.
Shut that mouth.
No. No, he didn't. I had the red herb. I better go. Come on. Come on. I love go lords. Fucking do it. Oh, I hope you're right. You managed to take out that motherfucker. You must be pretty powerful then. I'd say. Silent treatment, I hope. I mean, yeah, if you want to go away. Silent treatment, I hope.
Ashley, no time to lose.
Oh, don't worry, we'll give you loads of health.
Not looking so good.
Felt like a terrible person again for implying that my boyfriend would do such a horrible thing. And he was like, well, you're saying it in a way that makes me sound bad. And I'm like, I didn't say it in any way, I just relayed what happened, you know? And I had that on a call. But then when we broke up, I went through my entire phone and I was like, I don't need any of this, it's done. I'm safe, I'm out. So I deleted everything.
Okay, Zoe.
Believe me, I spent time trying to get that back. I paid for the software that then I ended up not being able to cancel, so I had to cancel my card because I don't know if it was a scam or what it was. I was desperate. I was so desperate to get that back. I was going through all my old phones. I was trying to recover things on iCloud. I contacted centers and I contacted tech centers and were like, couldn't you, like, I would pay.
What? I don't know what to do. Let's do. Dude, what is your problem? Why is that so random? The only money people find, items people find, making money.
Whatever, can you please help me recover this? And they said, if it's gone, it's gone. So I was very upset about that. But there were little things that I could send over, conversations we had, things that were, I guess, indicative of some form of argument surrounding that, as well as this new ex-girlfriend of his being a very big witness for me saying, you know, he admitted to doing these things. So there was arguments between them two that I submitted all of these things and they'd come back to me and say, can you give me this? Can you come back to me? Can you give me this? It went on for a really long time. During this time period, by the way, he has no idea that he's due to be arrested. He has no idea that I've officially...
Exactly, this is what it's like to be white, by the way. Just get like black people get to like let out for free. Do anything they want. And you got Kate just on the prowl, just like gonna like, put any white man away, at least goes to bed with her boyfriend. And then she just doesn't want sex one time, so what is she gonna do? She's gonna ruin his life. Fuck that white boy. Fuck white boy. Isn't that what it's all about, Kate? Taking the power away from Whitey. Good, okay. Just
Perfect. Won't have to swim after all.
can you imagine like what would have happened if there was no boat there? Fuck! Looks like I have to swim. I guess the cool boat as well.
reported it. He ends up sending me to my house because of the stories I've told about him. He sends me a cease and desist document. It's So I'm in bed, 7 a.m. on a Saturday. I'm never awake at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, ever. So obviously I'm asleep. And my boyfriend comes into my room and he goes, there's someone here that needs you to sign for something. And I'm like, that's weird. Why?
New electric Gillette Fusion.
I hate this so much. He thinks she's like so cool. She thinks she's like Billy Big Bollocks. She thinks she's like Tony Soprano. She's like, yeah, it's Tony Soprano.
You look like you've got something to say.
I have something to ask you. But I don't think I'll get a straight answer. Raccoon City. You know, after the incident, the world changed. Try to save one person, 100 others die. I guess I changed too.
You. Leon S. Kennedy. You haven't changed. You just think you have.
The acting is ass. Her voice acting is absolutely shit. I would have actually preferred that just to been a white woman who just pretends to be Asian. An actual Asian woman just sounds like shit.
Have you changed, Ada? Or are you just trying to use me again?
What do you think?
I don't even know what our situation is. I really don't. I don't give a shit about that character. She's just like girl boss.
Don't think too hard, handsome.
See?
See you later.
That's all women want. They want to fuck the whole guy.
Story of my life.
It does. Like it's
One. The one for every plan. One tool for trimming, edging, or shaping.
edging.
One tool for face and body. Fast and gentle on skin. You choose the look. It keeps up. For every you, choose the one. Gillette one.
It's weird.
Ashley. There you are. Need to hurry.
Love is just impossible to turn off. It has to let you go one day.
I've got some new items in stock. Come take a look. Welcome. I've got something new for you.
That's not new.
What you see is what
That's definitely not new. But that's new. Definitely take those.
Thank you. A deal well struck. Better to be over-prepared, am I right? Easy work. Good luck to you, stranger. Don't get yourself killed. Now,
I've not ordered anything. And I go downstairs, and there's this guy in a trackie at my door. Automatically, I'm already on edge because I've reported something, and my nervous system is all over the place.
Kay's
So
already
I'm
started
like,
to edge.
hello. He's like, are you Katie Ramsey? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I've got this for you.
Her name's Kay Ramsey. Got it. Got it. Yeah. They always out themselves eventually. Nothing wrong with that. It's quite fun. It's alright. Last name is like Gordon Ramsay, isn't it? Maybe she is. Maybe she's one of the daughters of Gordon Ramsay.
And I'm like, what is it? I can't tell you. And I didn't think anything of it because why would, you know, all I've done is share what I've been through on my social media, never named any names, never done anything. So I come in and my heart's racing because I'm just like, what is it? Stuff like that just gives me anxiety.
She's racist.
And I sit on the stairs and the first picture, the very first fucking picture in this cease and desist, I've got it somewhere. One day I can go through it. The very first picture was a picture of him. The very first thing I see, right? Just this picture of him looking into the camera, like staring deadpan.
I don't know. I need to see what this guy. Did she get a cease and desist from her ex? That'd be really funny. The fuck? Oh. Okay.
To the camera. They put that as the very first thing I had to fucking see when I opened that document, right? This fucking rapist piece of shit, right? Who had ruined my life for a very long time and has had lasting effects on my life forever, probably.
Good. You sound insane. You do. You sound insane. You just sound like you're a woman who's just been told everything and you need someone to like daddy up. Your dad, like I told you, your daddy's too much of a simp. He just let you get away with murder. You need someone strong to just put you in your place.
So I just see that and I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck is this, man? And then it's all this legal jargon after the first page which says, we're this solicitors, we're working on behalf of Dave, right? And I'm like, sat there and my boyfriend's like, what is it? I'm like, it's this fucking cease and desist. He sent me a fucking formal letter. And I search who the solicitor is immediately, and it's just some fucking internet solicitor, some online defamation solicitor, which is funny, again, because I've never named you, so you've seen me talk about you and gone, oh, that's about me, when I have been with other people before.
This is absolutely amazing, because exactly, you're an absolute moron, Cody. You can't just go and do this. This is what you're starting to find out. It's just like, women just go online and they just like spout their guts out, and they don't realize that they're defaming people. People can work out, and obviously someone has worked out, and it can ruin their lives because you're just saying shit and there's like no proof. That's defamation because he hasn't been. You're calling her a pedo. You just said it now. So you didn't call her a pedo. You call her a rapist. There's no proof he's a rapist. He hasn't been actually prosecuted as being a rapist. So you saying that is actual defamation? Great. Great.
Damn it. One down.
Where's he going? What a little coward. The big scary pig man runs away. And now he comes back with it.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, this is a joke. Shit, man.
Red Harbor.
So there was no evidence it was about you until you fucking self-reported, right? So it's this like fucking fat document, like 50, 60 pages or something ridiculous. Granted, like 20, 30 pages of it is just legal shit that you can tell they just put in everyone probably. But then it gets to this like crazy part, right? Where in the cease and desist, it's like, so obviously starts off with being like, you know, this is the definition of
I love that she gets it. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need to start doing. Because women are insane, and they just literally will say anything because they know they can get away with it. So you need to start doing it until the laws change. I'm afraid we're gonna have to like do this because women just know they can do what they want. They will just do it because they know they get money and stuff from it. And the kid doesn't need to work anymore. She can just do this. She just makes stupid content like this. She doesn't care how many people's lives she ruins. Funny to her. She just thinks like, oh, white man just has like infinite money. She just thinks that white man just has like probably stolen gems or things. He's just like, tee. Tee. Why is she doing anything wrong? Tee. Tee. That's it, guys. Maybe a little bit more.
Information. This is the definition of slander. This is the possible crimes that you could be dealing with, the possible charges you could deal with if my client decides to prosecute. But in this cease and desist, right, it's just what they've done. You know, I told you how he's been fucking stalking me and keeping an eye on my social media since, like, we broke up, yeah? Well, he had. I knew he had been watching me. I didn't know the extent. He had gone through and screenshotted every single thing I've ever said that he knew.
Yeah, because that's exactly like the sort of shit you have to do. Because when you're online, Katie, you have responsibilities, and you can't just go around and just say whatever you want to do. So you just playing that card of like, oh, he's such a loser for doing that. That doesn't work. He's not. He's a genius.
Knows
Because there's obviously specific events that like, oh, you can tell.
Bear in mind, I've posted things about other experiences with my other boyfriend, my other ex-boyfriend, right? And notice how he didn't screenshot those ones because he knows that that's not about him. So I'm going through it with my family. I'm going through it on my own to begin with, and my boyfriend there, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm crying at this point because first.
Oh, why you shit? So Katie started First Blood, and then she's like, it's come back to her. This is great.
Jump scare.
Oh,
There is one putting a fucking picture of him in the front page.
yeah,
Nice one, thank you very much. So I'm like kind of crying at this point because I didn't know.
yeah, because you know that's how you traumatize them. My ex-wife's the same. She hates seeing pictures of me, so anytime I can, I always like, I have a big grin on my face. It pisses her off. I love it. She doesn't want to see me. You know why she doesn't like looking at my face, Gary? It's because it makes her feel shameful. Why does it make her feel shameful? Because she knows deep down that she's actually the one in the wrong. She won't admit it. She knows that if we were born and like if I was married to her in like, the 1980s or the 1970s, we'd still be married. Because I would just have powers over her. That would just mean that we would be married. But the truth of it is we're not, because I'm not allowed to do certain things to her. To control her. And also, she doesn't live up to her side of like the marriage agreement. Oh, it gets so dark, doesn't it? I wouldn't worry about that, though. The darkness is my old friend. All right.
file, I go through it, and it's like, here's what you're being accused of, and it was defamation. And they've literally gone through, right, and transcribed every single post. So, for example, on TikTok, I once did this TikTok, I'll put it here. I did this TikTok talking about my abortion, and they had transcribed it. So they had literally written, like, these huge paragraphs, like, literally, it would be like half a page dedicated to one post, and it would be like...
It is really funny, isn't it? It's just this is just a coincidence of when people finally realize like what they do and the sort of gravity it has. It's like you get paid this much money for a reason. I know we like to always pretend that they're just giving you this money for no reason, but there is actually like a really good reason that you get paid like this. You're in this like very special bubble. Of being able to essentially, you're an entertainer. Effectively, you are like an entertainer full time. And I know there are people out there who deserve it more than you, but for whatever powers you have, Kate, you are allowed to be famous over people I would probably deem more should deserve it more than you, but whatever. All you're doing is you're just going online. And this is actually the reason why, by the way, you become really popular. It's because you just tell stuff that like people wouldn't do. Because, for example, me, I'm not going to do that. For example, like stuff like between like me and my ex-wife, I'm just not going to talk about that. It's not appropriate. Like I might talk about it like in like a distant way, but it's not appropriate. Like I know that for my kids as well. It's just not appropriate for me to like do that in case they do find this. And that's like the intuition that I have because I'm smart enough to realize that I know like what you can and can't say. That's why I do feel like if you did actually do my channel for a certain reason, part of me, I'm not even kidding, like I would actually be like a little bit like I'd be like actually like a bit concerned because I'm not on here just yelling the N word. I'm not on here like just saying K's like something really derivative or anything. I'm not. I feel like I'm coming up with some like decent enough arguments. You might not like them, but that's not really. Okay, so let's do this. So why she died? What happened to me?
In this post, you use the audio, and it'd be like, girl. So, for example, the TikTok I just showed you, it would be like, girl, fuck you and fuck them kids. So the post would say like, in this TikTok on the, I don't know, May the 1st, it literally would give the time, like the time, the date and stuff.
I know, wow, it's like, I can't believe it. It's like, yeah, okay, this is what you go to fucking court. It's horrible. But you do, you get like sent every time you go to, you realise like why the lawyer fees are so much, because they have to fucking print out a physical bundle every fucking court case. That bundle has to have a compilation of every single thing that's happened. So if your court case has been going for a year, that bundle is going to be like 800 pages or so, and they have to send it to you. They got to print out a tangible version of it. So the judge might be new, so they got to read it. Imagine if a judge is brand new. So this is why like, you just got to like think of just got to try and think like if you were a judge, how hard would it be? You just got to like wake up and then you're gonna like, oh, you've been assigned a new case. And you just got to like read all this shit. And you just got to try and work out what's going on. Hey, Tubby. You fucking ass cunt. Oh my god. He's not even dead.
Remember, I can say that. It just doesn't end. Nightmare never fucking ends. What was that?
Then it would say you used the audio, which says, and then it would transcribe it, so it would say like you used the audio that uses the words "girl, fuck you" and "fuck them kids," and then it's like a fucking PL paragraph. It would be like, this implies that our client blah 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 blah. So for example, for that TikTok I just showed you, they said like this implies that our client is misogynist, who doesn't care about women, who who shows sociopathic tendencies because he wouldn't stay with you during the abortion, right?
That's actually really sad. That's just kind of like, so I wasn't aware of this. It sounds like probably it was Kay's decision to have an abortion. And then like he left. I don't know. I mean, again, we don't know the full story, and we never will. All we'll hear is what Kay says, and I just don't believe it. Because of course she's gonna like make him be out like a victim. And this is just the problem. It's like you would probably trust women if they could at least go halfway, and if they, because like you can sometimes make a lie if you just actually own up to making just some, even if you didn't do it, just pretend you did. But every time you speak to a woman, it's always they're too stupid to know that. They'll just always go the whole hog. They always go like, no, 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 no. I was completely the victim. Oh shit. I was completely, yeah, I was the victim in this. And they just don't know how to like do it. And I just think it's never like that. It's just, I bet there is always something about it. Okay, just makes out like she's just done nothing wrong. I don't believe her. Just don't believe a man would act out like that. Just don't. Otherwise, she's a retard for like picking blokes who like really that. Oh, that's stupid. That's all she's saying then. So which is it? You're a retard because you can't. You just pick men who are like stupid enough to do that, or. Did you see what I mean? Okay. Done rhymes for fun for a reason, he's right.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? A deal well played. Welcome. Ah, I'll buy it at a high price. Be all. Don't get yourself killed now.
Let's see, it's starting to get like quite a lot of money. Right, that'll do.
The abortion, right? And it was like the irony for you to send me a cease and desist saying that the way I'm making you're making him look like a misogynist, you're making him look like a sociopath, you're making him look like a fucking weirdo. But then being like, well, he's not because he didn't do that, whilst describing things that he quite literally did.
Okay, it doesn't mean anything. I can describe anything I want. I think Katie is a massive massandress. I think she's a huge. She hates men. Uh, I wouldn't trust her with my children. I don't think she should be. You see what I mean? I can just say stuff. Doesn't mean anything.
So it was like, you know,
Your opinion isn't everything. You're not the universe. We need facts. We need like evidence and facts. There are like some actually semblant like men out there who he probably called up a man and made sure the lawyer was a man. It's like, can you sort this out, please? I got some fucking crazy ex. Didn't want to like, get a woman lawyer because the woman lawyer joined Katie. The woman lawyer just joined Katie.
my client had done this to you, that would be terrible. But he didn't, and it's like, well, he did, so you're describing him. You've just given me a plethora of
Katie, do you know? I wonder how many like people in prison say they're guilty. I wonder how many people in prison say they're guilty.
things that would make him a misogynist, a danger to women. Yeah, he did that. And there were other things.
I bet. I wonder how many prisoners in prison say that they're guilty and they didn't do it. Even in court, I wonder how many people say that.
This first cease and desist, there were lies in there, right? So bear in mind, at this point, by the way, he has already been arrested. I should have probably added that. He's already been arrested for what he did to his new recent ex-girlfriend. They arrested him. His fucking internet lawyer turned up on his behalf, and they questioned him. And he admitted to the police officers that he did threaten to crash the car. He did threaten to do that. Did he get charged? No. They let him go because she didn't want to give evidence because he was harassing her so badly. And I said,
I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. Don't believe you, Kerry. Because that sounds like that's grounds for like a legal issue for him, so I don't believe you. Because you can't do that. You're not allowed to just like intimidate your like witnesses to not do. That's just doesn't work. And again, even if you want to say, um, did your friends crash the car? You could just lie. You could just say no, I didn't. And again, how are you going to prove it? Okay. Did you actually say that? No, of course I didn't say that. Did you say that, Miss Ramsey? Yeah, he did say he'd crashed a car. Did you, Dave? No. Did you got any evidence, Kate? Well, I was really scared about it. Okay, but do you have any evidence? Yeah, but I was really traumatized by it. Yeah, but do you have any evidence? Yeah, but it made me feel really scared. Yeah, but do you have anything to actually prove that he said that? No, no.
I said, do you not think you should be charging him anyway, considering, like, you've got an admission, and they were like, no, we can't do anything without her go-ahead. So I was like, right, so he can admit that he threatened to kill them both. He can admit to coercive control, but you won't charge him. Right, okay. So they didn't. They dropped it.
I said, yo, what is coercive control? What is coercive control? Because that's just like some new pseudo shit. I don't think anyone's ever gone to prison for coercive control. People go to prison all the time for manslaughter because it's really easy to define it. People go to prison for murder because again, it's really easy to define that. People go to prison for rape because it's really easy to define that. People don't go to prison for like coercive. What was it coercive?
Desertion was what he said. Because it's not a real thing. It's just some stupid pseudo shit that's been made up by like idiots and females.
Drop the case. But in the cease and desist, the reason I tell you about that is
Because women know they can't beat men with physical power and brain power. The only thing they can do is seduce men and then try and get them with sex. And this is just what's happening.
first of all, that's insane. If you actually cared about victims, you would take the fact that he has admitted to a crime and you
Okay, the police don't care about things. Just read up about the grooming gangs. Read up about the grooming gangs. Read all the grooming gangs.
would work with it instead of relying on her when she's already told you what happened. I've already told you what's happened and he's admitted it. So anyway, they were like, yeah, we can't do that. But in the cease and desist he sent me, the lawyer had said, my client is a character of goodwill. He's a good man. He's never been arrested. Big fat buzzer alert. He's never been arrested for domestic abuse crimes. Big fat buzzer alert. The stuff he did to her, it was coercive control, harassment, and stalking. Right? Because you know what else he was doing to her after he threatened to kill her? Sending her thousands of pounds worth of gifts. When I say thousands, I'm talking high and...
See, look. So look, I told you. So look, Kay's an idiot. So this is just showing like the kind of guy Kay's like dated. So this is it. She's like, well, I'm Katie and I'm a white woman. So she's obviously dated like the rich Chad. This is obviously who he is. He's obviously like dated some like rich, again, some rich Chad. He's probably like from a really wealthy family. This is how like again, because I was thinking like, this is actually quite expensive for him to do this, especially considering he's at uni. He's obviously had to like ask, like fall on his dad to be able to, or parents to fall for. Because I don't think you'd be able to get this from university. Because this is all in the tens of thousands of dollars. I know how much, pounds. I know how much it costs. Legal fees are so expensive. Even just like talking with even just having an hour just to talk to a lawyer can cost you hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So for them to actually do paperwork, it's thousands of pounds. Easy, probably like probably like 8 to 10 grand, easy. And in fact, now he's saying he's showering of like thousands of pounds worth of gifts, but he's only going to be like, he's not going to be very old. So I don't think he's going to be on that much money. So this is just someone who's obviously just like, really rich. Okay, he's probably just, yeah, fuck the rich Chad in uni, and this is it. I'm afraid. Why'd you pick the rich Chad?
designer.
Should have picked like someone who looks match, like a 6 or a 7, and you should have said like, "Don't have sex with me when I'm asleep," and he would have like, okay, and he would have done it because he would have respected you. But because you fucked the Chad, who's like a 9 or a 10, you go, "Don't fuck me when you sleep." Like, of course I'm gonna fuck you when you sleep. You're a woman. Who cares? I'm just gonna pay you off if you just do anything.
Gucci, Louis
And this is
Vuitton.
what happens. Kay's been like fucked. This rich dude doesn't. He's off. The guy that Kay's pining at, this Dave person, he's probably just having a great time. He's not thinking about Kay at all. But he already got kids. He already married someone, got kids. But Kay's like just still in the shadows of this dude talking about to this day, and just like pissed off and annoyed. Just annoyed. It's like it's probably like 5, 6 years ago, and Kay still can't get over it. I'm sure this dude's gotten way over it. He's just another chapter in his life. Okay, he won't be able to go over it. Every day he'll go to sleep. She'll like see this, and she probably stalks him on social media.
Wenn es so richtig chinesisch schmecken soll, Mattenfix für China-Pfanne. Mit Bambussprossen und der typischen Würzung.
It's too funny. It is too funny. But yeah, anyway, Cage just fucked a child.
Like, big brands. He was sending stuff to our house, turning up to our house. He called up hundreds and hundreds of times, right? So that's why there was also harassment and stalking charges. But again, despite the fact that there was plenty of evidence, she didn't want to go through with it because she was like, he's still not going to leave me alone. Even
Exactly. So this is what I'm telling you. This is just this kind of bullshit that the left always hang on. It's this, what's it called? Like plausible deniability shit, where it's just like, oh, well, Trump is a pedo and a rapist because he was on the Epstein files and he, uh, all that stuff with Stormy Daniels and stuff. And it's like, well, actually, none of that was ever actually proven. None of it's prosecuted. So you can't actually really say that. And they're just like, well, no smoke without fire, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, no smoke without fire does not really work in court. It's actually when you do legal proceedings, you find out that actually you can have loads of smoke without fire. Because you can, stuff that you just see and just think that's illegal, blah, 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 whatever, is different from what actually is. The law is just very intricate, and you get taught like a certain level of it, but there's like nuances to things, which are really confusing. And just situations like this, you got to think, in the grand scheme of it, okay, like what benefit does this, whatever age this dude was when you fucked him, is it worth his life being ruined just because you had a potentially like a bad experience? Like, you're okay. You're like, you've obviously got other boyfriends, so you're not like, and these are the things that will come up in court. You've got a very successful channel. You're living like probably one of the best lives in the world. I bet you go on loads of holidays. I bet you like get loads of you don't have to worry about any money or anything. You can just go if you want to buy anything. Like, loads of people don't have that. I don't even have that. I can't go and buy anything I want.
What's going to be important for you guys to be in the middle? Compact.
What else?
evidence, she didn't want to go through with it because she was like, he's still not going to leave me alone, even if I report it. So in the cease and desist, they told me, well, our client couldn't have done all of this to you because he's a good guy who's actually never had a criminal record. And obviously, in my head, I'm like, well, that's really entertaining because he literally has been arrested. And it's so funny, not only did they say he's never been arrested before, he was pending an arrest at this point. From my stuff, he didn't know. But also, you have been arrested, mate. You've literally been arrested for crimes that your solicitor is saying you haven't done. Now, I think at this point, the reason why...
I think, like, again, this is just Kay probably showing ignorance, because there's different terms. You can be arrested, and then you can be detained, and then you can be like asked to come in. So there might be some like actual nuance behind like the phrasing of it. Because I think I remember like, yeah, I remember. There was like a situation that was happening regarding my kids. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but what I was doing was essentially she was not doing it, so I would send her a message every day. Like, as soon as I woke up, I just had like I just like had an alarm. So every time I woke up, I would just send her like a text every day, and I just kept doing it day and day and day and day and day. And I did it for like 2 weeks. Okay. So her lawyer tried to contest that I was harassing her, but then I was able to argue it wasn't harassment. Because I deem a message a day is not really harassment because that's just like you just trying to be keen on trying to get because it's something that's pending. So you feel like once per day is okay. And I won that. They were like, yeah, that seems fine. Like, and I think that's how I always do things on social media. So like for example, like when I go after Brittany Ventney, I would never ever spam more than one response on one of her posts because that would then be seen as like I can always use my intuition. That would be like that would be seen as probably harassment. But if you send one message per post, that's okay. That's fine because then you could just argue that's like you're engaging with it. But if I went on her chat, if she like posted something and I just like kept on posting shit, then yeah, that would deem that I'd say that's harassment. But if you just did like if she posted like 10 posts and you maybe answered once per post, uh, which is not, I would never probably do that because like people like that just post loads. But I'm just saying that probably wouldn't be seen as harassment because you could just argue, well, you're engaging once with everything that they're doing, and I think it's the same with like that. So if you do it once per day, I'd say it's probably not really. Depends on like the situation. If it's like super urgent, I could probably stress like maybe like it really depends. If you're like trying to get something by the end of the day, I'd probably like I if I was like working and like I knew there was someone who like said to me like the night before, he was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, Emperor, I'll have this to you by like closing tomorrow." What I'd do is I'd go into work tomorrow, Friday, and I'd like in the morning I'd send him a mess chaser just saying like, "Oh hey there, oh yeah, just be like, oh hey there." Just regarding what you said about yesterday, just let me know as soon as you like finish, just so I can like uh, just let the customer know something like that. And then like it would get to probably about, I'd probably like 12, yeah, 12. I'll just send them. Then if I had it, I'd just send a note chase and just be like, oh hey mate, how's it all going? Yeah, it'd be cool if you could just get this finished, just obviously before the business. Just get it finished up for the weekend. Let me know if you've got any questions, and then yeah, if you probably didn't hear anything, probably like, oh, 3 or 4. I think probably a 3, because then I feel like at 3, I've got time to then, if he's still like goading me, then I've got like 2 hours to potentially do something at that point. So if you need to probably, if you're not hearing to that, probably try and give him a call for what's going on. But that's different because that's like time sensitive. But I'm just saying, like, if it's just a casual, you know, it's just if I'm just sending someone like a message a day, I'm just like, do you mind just a reminder? You said you were going to do this. So I'm just waiting for this. Because that's the thing. It's like they're not giving me any. If she messaged me and said, "Here's the answer," or like, "I'm not going to give you an answer," I would stop doing it. But like in my definition, like I don't see why they're not. So why is that? That's not harassment. You're just refusing to give me an answer to a question because you just feel you're having your period and you just feel you didn't do it. If I'm a man, if I ask a man to do it, they'll do it because they're not on their period. But because she's a woman, she can feel like she doesn't have to do it.
It's because he hadn't told his family. Like he hadn't been honest with his family or the solicitor because he knows it doesn't look good that you have been arrested. He knew that. He knew it didn't look good. That's why I don't think his solicitor lied. I think his solicitor hadn't been told the truth by him because he didn't want to tell the truth, because how does it look to say that another girl is making allegations against you but you've also been arrested for a separate...
I don't know. It's probably loads of rich guys that have this happen. I think this is just easy meat for lawyers, isn't it?
Incidences with another woman. And there were also loads of other outlandish claims in there that I'm doing all this because I'm upset, I'm doing this because I'm vindictive, I'm doing this because he left me, even though, again, there's evidence that it was literally, I have evidence that I ended it the final time, and he tried to get back with me, and I was like, no. My family knew that. So many people could corroborate my story, but yeah, they made these...
Who are these people? Are they valid? Are they just like your family? I need these answers.
Bold, outlandish claims that it was me who was upset. And accused me of being vindictive because that's a good narrative for them to take, right? So at the end there was a section called relief, and it was basically like, we won't press charges against you, which if we do and we win, because they were like, we will win if we do, you'll be responsible for all the court fees. So I was like, right, thanks. Oh.
I need my husband. I wish my husband was his. That's what Kay's saying.
The king has returned. Taste it.
Oh yeah, there was also something else that's really funny. So obviously they included that one picture of him. There was this other picture that they included, and I was confused as to why they included it. But he had said that in the picture, in this one picture, there was this girl outside who they accused of being me. And they said that I was stalking him, and that this picture you can see me outside, right? The funniest part was, there's this girl in the background, right? And I'm just saying this to be factual, to make it very, just to be clear, precise. This girl was visibly bigger than me, right? She was wearing skinny jeans. She didn't have a fringe, but she had no tattoos on her arms, right? No tattoos on her hands, no tattoos on her arms. And they accused this person of being me, and they said that I had stalked him on a date. So not only, right, was it evidently not me, and could be proven to be not me in about 5 seconds by the fact that, there's evidence of when I got my tattoos, and there's also evidence of where...
This is insane. I'm so glad I don't have daughters. I'm glad my testosterone is so high I can never have daughters. This is just fucking utter glory, Lord. This is just... I'm so glad. It's like, part of me was like, oh, I was always like not very interested in girls, like up until like, I don't know, really. Even when I had my girlfriend in like secondary school, I'll be honest with you, I did only really like to have the sexual stuff. I only cared about that. Like seriously, like I prefer to hang out with my mates. It's just true. Like I just don't care. I really like women don't really interest. There's nothing that interesting about women in my opinion. Now I've had kids, I just don't care. I really don't care. Like, I don't. The sex is like fine. Yeah, the sex is good, but it's not worth all this. It's not worth me having to go to fucking your shitty parents' house or fucking some bullshit. Going to like some stupid like shopping and watch you shop. Like, you go fuck yourself. You can do that yourself. I don't give a fuck. You want to be some massive anal, go for it, cum nut.
Where I was this time that he was accusing me. So this time frame in which he's saying he was on a date and I was stalking him, I was back home with my family. So, not thinking about him, not pretty much over him at this point. So I was just like, right, okay, that's cool. They're accusing me of... They're literally making up shit now, clutching at straws, which again...
God, imagine someone making shit up. Dude, I'd be so...
Here we go. Your energy bill. Oh yeah. And everyone on your streets too. Fantastic. June, thank